Good morning, everyone. It's the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. No, didn't want to say anything at all. Let you talk, Randall. What's up, brother? Good morning to you, brother. Sorry about that. I was trying to get some things done to go on. Voice is getting better. So there you go. Toby, good morning to you. Oh, he said I'm the first one there. All right. Hello, Martin. Daniel. The Patriot, of course. Brewhouse. Choking up. Oh. Make sure I get everybody. Yep, I did. All right, 11 already on. Good deal. Ooh-wee. Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and get into it. That's right. McDonald's is not good for you. The onions, I told you the onions were no good. I'm right. I'm always right. I told you the onions are no good. I promised that I will get rid of the onions when I run for president. I told you they were no good. Those hamburgers at McDonald's are no good anyway. Go Cowboys. Cowboys 49ers, yeah. I'm going to give you my picks this week. I didn't get a chance to do it on Tuesday, so yes, thank you, Brother Brewhouse. Getting better, taking medicines, keeping my mouth shut, drinking tea, taking some of you guys' advice. I do that. Be the best of the 4 games. You choosing them, the Bears and Commanders. I see it's the number 1 there. Def Burgers. Yep, Def Burgers. Told you. Good thing I haven't ate at McDonald's in a while, so I'm not worried about getting sick. Not from McDonald's. The thing is on TV now. By the way, guys, not only being on all these radio stations that are coming up in November into December, I talked to somebody yesterday about putting this show on a network in the mornings. It's going to be across. I can't really get into it, but it's going to be exciting. Let's see, 17 so far, yes. $32 there. Ooh. Well, let me get mine up. Oh, that's candidate calling me there. Trying to figure out what number that was. Little football Friday, TGIF Friday, lot Lizard Friday. We're getting ready to go. Let's do it.
With technical drills to build their survival skills, you can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are available.
Everyone like the page. Thank you. Yes, that'll work.
Tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
It's the last carnival of 2024, Lynette Fall Festival, presented by Jordan Communications.
60 and raining in Missouri.
November 12th through the 17th. Readmission 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Pamela, good morning to you, dear. Thank you for being with us. What's up, TYD in Canada? Hockey season is underway, buddy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Boynton. I'm a counselor that works here in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me if you need my services at my website, www.flourish.
My medicine is here, ready to go.
Or you can reach me at my number, 470-215-01.
Let's go, Oilers. Yep, you and Rod Peterson's wife are Oilers fans,
And online services.
which means you hate the Flames.
Practice that not only cares about your teeth, but is friendly to work with. How about one that offers
All right, we're getting ready to go on.
promotions? Well, your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the
Perry Jones, let's make sure I'm gonna add Perry Jones in there.
$99 new patient special, including x-rays and exam. Maybe you're looking for veneers. Most Valuable Smiles veneer special includes one.
Thank you very much there, Toby.
Or get that bright white smile you always
I know it. See, I'm smart enough to figure to know what's going on. Guys, I had somebody yesterday want to put this show on a network. It's on a TV network. It's across Roku, Apple Plus. I guess that's what it is, Apple Plus, Roku, Fire, and all that stuff. Be great. That means I have to do extra shows too. 36 and clear. We'll talk about that soon. Yeah, he's pretty much right about that. Yeah, my voice is getting better. Yes! Yes! I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. It's Football Friday. I'll give you the picks to hit today. Plus, we'll talk a little bit about a couple of news stories. Menendez Brothers getting a retrial. 3 men in Georgia trying to get a retrial. And we'll talk about what's going on the weekend ahead. It's RyanoRadio Penitentiary. I'm Ryan O'Neal, and of course, oh man, want to get it out there. We're going to do this a little low and slow, where we don't get too much out there. Welcome back in, guys. We got 78,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Thank you very much. We're across the RyanoRadio media page, streaming on iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, Spreaker, and more. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are across Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. That's across 25 different radio stations, including internet and real. We're also, ladies and gentlemen, across the YouTube, WQEE, the Jordan Communication of Family Radio Stations, and more. To my haters, Triple H. I am the. My voice is starting to get better. You're going, yeah, really? Yeah, you should have heard me yesterday, the day before. Well, you couldn't even hear me on Tuesday. By this weekend, I should be back to 100% on Monday, or at least 98%. Maybe 60%. All right, guys. We thank you very much for being with us. The Menendez, say that 5 times fast when you're tongue-tied. Menendez brothers are getting a retrial. We'll talk about that. 3 men serving life in prison in Georgia trying to get a retrial. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Lizard Chronicles coming up for you. The SEC report this morning with the SEC. And we'll talk about World Series starting tonight. Yeah, with NBA going on, NHL going on, and we got the World Series tonight between the Yankees and the Dodgers beginning on Fox 8:05. That's tonight. NFL games of the week. I'll get my picks to click for you or hit, and so much more. I got to say hello to everybody on the feed there, and I'm trying to get my voice up and going. Yeah, maybe I can talk like this and it'll be a little bit better. You see, I got it going on. Woohoo, woohoo, sound like a Mickey Mouse. Maybe I can talk like this. It doesn't even sound that bad. They do want them paroled and time served. Yeah, they're trying to get something there, and the prosecutors have agreed to, I guess, a resentencing or something. They have agreed to a resentencing. Yeah, I think I can talk like this better. Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page. Let's do our Mickey Mouse. Hey, Mickey Mouse is hosting the show today. Better than Carl, right? All right, good morning to the Patriot. See, I was able to do it like that. Morton from Washington State. Pamela from Pennsylvania. Toby's on with us. Hong Kong Sports. Woohoo! Also, let's see. Brew House is in the house reviewing the best brew houses around. Yeah, I'm sounding like Mickey Mouse. Anyway, let's get back to it. Hong Kong Brew House, Pamela, Martin, Toby, TYD in Canada, Daniel, and of course, in Missouri. And let's make sure we got everybody. The Patriot. I said, hello to the Patriot. All right, I got everybody on the feed there. All right, there you go. Oh, yeah. We'll get into all this morning after a short break. Which is the NFL game of the week? Packers, Jaguars, 15% of the votes. Bears, Commanders, 31% of the votes. Cowboys and 49ers, 23% of the votes. You see, I got a partner today. Giants and Steelers, 31% of the votes. Oh, you're like, what's going on with Ryan? I'm just getting my voice back from having a little bit of laryngitis a day or so ago. That's right. Sometimes it sound real good. It sound like this and get it going on. And sometimes it sound like this. And sometimes it sound like this. Sounds like someone's got a firm grip on the family jewels, says Brewhouse. Yeah, it sounds like this, sounds like that, and sounds, let's see if I can get it out here. Where was the best sounding one? I'm trying to get my voice. as I am a little hoarse from that. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you being with us. I had to do all that stuff just to have a good time. We're going to head into the news here in just a few moments. Plus, we got news every 30 minutes. But first, I just want to go ahead and drop this in as we're going to talk about the Menendez brothers in just a few moments. Plus, the three guys from Georgia trying to get themselves, they're in court yesterday and today. The killing of Ahmad Arbery a few years ago in Brunswick, Georgia, that set the Georgia state on fire, guys. We are saying, wait, they're trying to get back out of this. We'll talk about how they're trying to get out of it. Plus, a guy in Tempe, Arizona shot at a DNC complex headquarters where the Democratic National Convention headquarters were out there. Well, one of their affiliates, I should say. So all of that and more. And the LA County DA says the Menendez brothers have paid their debt to society. I guess because of the molestation of the father or the abuse of the father. But, wow. I don't know. Should they get out or shouldn't they get out? That should be a good question. We'll talk about that after we come back from this short break. But first, let's take a look at traffic and weather. It is currently in our area right now. 49 degrees in the metro Atlanta area, Noonan. 32 in Washington State. 60 and raining in Missouri. 36 and clear in Pennsylvania. All right. Thank you, TYDC. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys. All right. And we'll see this right here. 49 degrees, your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown just for you. By 1 p.m. today, it should be 77 degrees in my neck of the woods. Wow. Stalled truck at I-85 in Gwinnett County near Jimmy Carter Boulevard. That's exit 99 on the shoulder. Also near Beaver Run Road, which is always a hot lane. Careful there, getting a little slower. And downtown Atlanta, police activity, I-75-85, southbound near Edgewood Avenue. Right lane is blocked. Ramp from Edgewood to Connector is blocked as well. Find an alternate route. Woohoo! That's what's going on with some of the traffic. Here's some of your local news this morning as we're trying to get our voice back. Which is the NFL game of the week? 14% say Packers, Jaguars. 29% say the Bears and the Commanders. That's a good game. Cowboys, 49ers, 21% of the votes. And Giants and Steelers at 36% of the votes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you my picks to hit this week. You can play them with me too. Georgia offense is using an off week, this off week, to focus on their passing issues. Georgia is off this week. The Bulldogs are up after last week's big win over Texas. Back in a moment. Stay with us. More on the way on the RyanoRadio Penitentiary on the Sunny FM radio dial. Disney was pedo. It's becoming bad, isn't it? Yep, we're going to talk about the Menendez brothers next. Thank you, Pamela, for updates, sister. We got a lot of Lizard Chronicles still to come. When I recorded that, it sounds like I don't even have a. My voice is sounding better. Wait, somebody's walking this early? Next weekend we fall back, everybody. We fall back next weekend. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Are you looking for a dog trainer with positive reinforcement?
All right.
Bond with your new furry friend, or to have customized training in your own
Like, subscribe, and share, guys. We'll get our voice back to 100% soon.
Rosemary has extensive certification in dog psychology, is an AKC certified evaluator, and Victoria Stillwell certified training team. Check out Pits and Pals
See.
for more information. Rosemary wants to remind you to adopt, don't shop, save a life at Coweta County Shelter today.
Okay, there we go. That works. No, that. What's up, Gail? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna get updates on that. I put that on the Facebook page. Shooting at a target. There's all kind of shootings going on. It's just sad, sister. People are just stupid and crazy. I hate to say it like that, but they are. I don't want nobody getting mad at me for being crazy, but it's crazy. Oh, plus we got to talk about Vince McMahon again.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commander of the 45's Affair Radio Show, where I play all vinyl 45s. Listen to WQEE 99.1 FM, New Detroit.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. I appreciate it. Ladies and gents, you're back in here about 49 degrees. Time and temperature and 22 minutes past the hour. Brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. All news, all morning, all things going on. We're still going to talk about Vinnie Mac. He is in another lawsuit. We'll talk about the Ring Boys and a law firm bringing up against Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, TKO Company, and the WWE. We'll talk about that. Plus, we've got the three men that killed Ahmad Arbery over in Brunswick, Georgia, trying to get themselves a resentencing. These stories and more, a shooting at a target. Man, this is some sad stuff that's going on. Plus, we got some of your headlines from around the country and around the world. We're going to read for you in just a few moments. So don't move away. We'll talk about the Menendez brothers trying to, the LA DA said they've served their time. We'll get into that. If you've been seeing some movies as well as some documentaries on them as of lately, this is helping them out. Which is the NFL game of the week? Packers and Jaguars, 14% of the votes. Bears and Commanders. I got two of our listeners loving that one, 29% of the votes. They're Commanders and 49ers, 21% of the votes. Right now, taking the lead are the Steelers and the Giants. I got my NFL picks to hit this week. Get ready for that. We'll play it a little later on this morning. Plus, we'll tell you some of the games that happen, and the World Series begins tonight. Laughing at my own dad jokes. Toby says he has a dad joke for us. Let's do this one right quick before we get into the news. Toby. Did you hear about the guy that got fired from the only dollar store? He kept asking for a price check. Dad jokes. Way to go. All right. The last night in the NFL let's go ahead and tell you what happened. The Rams beat the Vikings. I lost that one. The Rams beat the Vikings 30-20. I never would have thought that. Second loss for the Vikings this season. Local news, congratulations to the Troop County Tigers that are listening to us on WZZV. Tigers beat Spalding 37-14 and handled them very well. We've got sports news coming up for you a little later on, national and local, right here about 15 minutes to the top of the hour. So don't you dare move away. Let's jump into some of the headline news for you this morning. Headline news from around the world. White House says that North Korea troops would be fair game in Ukraine. No injuries reported after a fire destroyed an empty U.S. warehouse in South Korea. Anthony Blinken announces $135 million for U.S. aids for Palestinians after they had talks. And the Commonwealth leaders push for monies for slave trade to be put on the agenda. Those stories and the Target shooting and more on our Facebook page, WQEQ. Hit that button right. Get really high. 49 degrees right now and about 26 minutes past the hour. You're in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. 32 in Washington State, 60 and raining in Missouri, and 36 and clear in Pennsylvania. All right. North Korean troops fair game for what? We'll talk about that in just a moment. I'll get the rest of that story for you in just a few moments. As North Korean troops are going to aid, I know they're going to aid Russia right now. So, Los Angeles County District Attorney, his name is Gascon, said the brothers Eric and Lyle Menendez have paid their debt to society and should be made eligible for immediate parole. He asked the age of the brothers when the crimes occurred and their efforts to improve themselves and help others while imprisoned without any hope of getting released should show that they've been rehabilitated and would not be a danger to society if released from prison. I don't think they'll be a danger to society because we're not their parents. Their parents were the danger. But I still feel personally they should rot in prison for it. Hey, I had a hard-ass dad. I wouldn't have killed him. I had a hard-ass dad, Yankee from New York that lived in the Bronx, lived in Baltimore, moved to the South, started liking country music and NASCAR. I had a hardcore dad, believe me. Never thought one time about raising my hand to him. So there's no excuse for that. And he always wanted the best. Glascon said that he filed for the resentencing on Friday, and if approved by the judge, the brothers would immediately be eligible for parole after serving 35 years in prison. They both had 2 consecutive life sentences without possibility of parole in the murder of their parents, August 20th, 1989. Yep, I had a hard ass for a dad. I never thought about doing anything like that. But hey, I guess some people have. It's fair game for some people. I don't know. But what do you think? Guys, what do you think? Let me know in the feed. Do you think Eric and Lyle should be let out? They've served their time. No wrong answers. Do you think they should continue to serve their time? Or, what is your answers? Roll Tide Randall, good morning to you. I forgot to say hello to you, brother. If I apologize. I don't want to forget. My brother sends me the coolest music around. Yeah. We're heading into the 30 minutes past the hour time. Radio news time from SRN is coming up. But North Korea sent at least 3,000 troops to the Eastern Russian front this month. But both Washington and Seoul have confirmed with the White House saying that any soldiers that are sent on the battlefield would be fair game. U.S. National Council spokesperson John Kirby told reporters Wednesday that the move that the troops were being shipped from one area to the other were being made as the soldiers are moving onto multiple Russian sites where they are undergoing training right now. Wow. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin confirmed that the troops are going to be sent out earlier on Wednesday, calling a serious issue. South Korean spies say that the National Intelligence Service, is what they're called, also said Thursday that around 3,000 soldiers from North Korea were dispatched so far with plans to send even more, 10,000 by December. So that's what's going on, the Patriot. You are preparing coffee. Always great. Always great. As we head into the break, and our SRN news time is now 30 minutes past the hour with 49 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. We got to do another dad joke from my friend Toby. Did you hear about Toby in Texas? Did you hear about the world record pickle? It was a really big deal. Are you ready for war? Says our friend, the Patriot. Good morning, Monica. How you doing? Welcome in to the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. 30 minutes past the hour, SRN Radio News Time.
SRN News, I'm Tasha. Only days to go before the 2024 presidential election. QE nominated Donald Trump appeared on the Salem Radio Network's Hewitt Show.
On pay TV? Well, I'm not going over there, but happy Friday to you, Monica. And I'll try to cover it. Dying. That's a cool song. Woohoo! I won't pay for any TV show. There you go. Well, what if I go on TV on Roku, Fire, and Apple Plus, and all that? Because I'm talking to somebody about that. I guess they like my show. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. People are looking. Thank you. I'll have more details on that. But first, we're going on all the radio stations, guys. Gail is on. Monster got loose now. Yep. I know, Gail.
Are you looking for a reliable dental practice that not only cares about your teeth, but is friendly to work with? How about one that offers great deals and new patient promotions? Well, your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the biggest and brightest smile. Right now,
Woo! Coming back.
special includes X-rays and exams. Maybe you're looking for veneers. Most Valuable Smiles veneer special includes one free veneer with every 5 purchased. Or get that bright white smile you've always wanted by taking advantage of an exclusive $100 off Zoom whitening treatment when you book today.
Yep, there you go. Any Drew news? He's out. They won't be. Drew is taking some time off. You know, he's been doing movies, Gail. And him and CM Punk had that so-called blood match here in Atlanta, Bad Blood in the cage. They're both taking some time off so they don't have to go to Crown Jewel. I think it's this weekend.
Or you can reach me at my number, 470-215-0167. If you're in need of counseling services, please reach out. We can do in-person and online services.
So that's it.
Keep your home safe with home scan inspections. Our licensed and accredited professionals know exactly what to look for in order to prevent safety hazards and costly defects that may be found in your home. Ask about our free roof and termite inspections.
I got Vince McMahon news. More.
HomeScanInspector.com or send a text to 770-855-5678. Home Scan Inspections, where knowing matters.
Oh, that's next weekend. All right, good deal. Next weekend. Welcome back into RyanoRadio Penitentiary on the Sunny FM radio networks. Ladies and gentlemen. Yep, he and his Drew McIntyre and his wife live in Nashville, according to our good friend Gail. That's true. 2024 Crown Jewels upcoming next weekend, and Saudi Arabia. We'll talk about those matches more lead in this week, going into next week's big event. We'll talk about that. Also, Major League Baseball's World Series begins tonight, 8:08 p.m. as the New York Yankees will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Sorry, Dodger fans. Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 1, 8:08 p.m. on Fox Networks. Fox will be bringing you that all tonight, so check it out. They'll do game after game after game. World Series underway, 49 degrees, under beautifully no cloud skies. Time and temperature at 36 minutes past the hour, brought to you by our good friends over at Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. 32 degrees right now in Washington State, 60 and rain coming down in Missouri, and 36 degrees and clear in Pennsylvania. And as Al Roker, even the famous weatherman, used to say, happy birthday to Miss Ruth, 101 years old in Nebraska. 100 years young in Nebraska. There you go. Hello, Sue, Sweetleaf, and gang in Canada from Gail. Good morning to you from Gail. All right, guys, let's jump into it. We're going to talk a couple of things here. We got a couple more major news, including later on this morning, Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, WWE, and the holding company, TKO, who's the holding company for WWE and UFC, have a lawsuit filed against them from former ring boys, accusing, of course, Pat Patterson and many others of sexual assault many, many years ago. We'll talk more about that coming up a little later on this morning. Plus, I'll give you my NFL picks to hit. And we got Lizard Chronicles this morning. Get ready for that on this TGIF Football Friday. We got a few good ones for you. As I guess Steve Harvey would say, I got a good one for you. We got a few good ones for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. After the break, and we will talk about the three men that they're serving a life sentence for the murder and killing of Ahmad Arbery in 2020 in Brunswick, Georgia. We'll dive into that. But a couple other headline news. Of course, one of our top headlines is LA County DA says the Menendez brothers have paid their debt to society. Do you guys think, in fee dropping there, they should be released after serving this long, that they've served and they've changed? They are not really a threat to you and me, but their parents? Or do you think they should continue to serve? I personally think they should continue to serve. Other news, Anthony Blinken said $135 million has been set aside in U.S. aid for Palestine and, of course, Palestinians. And White House says North Korean troops will be fair game in the Ukraine, as 3,000 soldiers from North Korea have been sent. Another 10,000 is expected to be sent to the Russian front from Korea. Well, a dozen guns, thousands of rounds of ammo, and a grenade were reportedly recovered from a 60-year-old man. Now, let me tell you what. Government, I know you got to put him away for, shooting and all this kind of stuff for the shooting at the Democratic National Convention. But I want to take these guns and Rambo and grenades and split them between Martin, the Patriot, and a few of my other listeners, if you don't mind. They are responsible. So, I want to do that for them because they care enough for building this show up. Thank you. But anyway, 60-year-old Jeffries Michaels Kelly of Temple, Arizona, is accused of leaving a bag of white powder at multiple locations, recently being targeted and shot the Democratic campaign offices in Temple, Arizona. He faces multiple charges of shooting at the DNC campaign office, not once, not twice, but 3 times on Southern Avenue, right there in Temple, Arizona. Wow. Yep. Well, I'm going to get them. I think they need to give them to you guys, responsible people. Take it from the non-responsible people and just go ahead and give it to the responsible people. That's the new law. That's what I'm going to run on. We're going to take the guns from the mentally insane and those that need help and give them to the ones that know how to use them. Boy, I'll be voted in quick, won't I? That's a good idea, right? we won't have any more shootings. But you're gonna give it. I'm giving it to the people I trust. Ah, okay. 20 minutes away from the top of the aisle. 100% legal. There you go. Thank you, Patriot. 20 minutes away from the top of the hour, radio news time, and still at 49 degrees in the Atlanta market. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a Thursday night fire destroyed an empty U.S. Army warehouse in southeast South Korea. No injuries are reported, and the cause of the fire has not been reported yet, according to Army Garson's dog. According to the spokesperson, multiple aid agreements with the fire department helped fight the fire, and the fire started around 6:30 p.m. local time. As many as 11 fire stations responded, using over 160 personal, 51 pieces of fire equipment. U.S. forces in Korea said in a statement, U.S. Army has activated the mutual aid agreement with the BFD, that's the fire department there, in response to a warehouse fire that's unknown origins. We'll find out how it started pretty soon. Hopefully we'll get that information for the weekend. What's up, Keith D? Good morning to you. Minuteman, saluting you. There you go. And before we head into the break, didn't get to talk about this yesterday because the voice went 100%, but we're back at it, getting back. Had laryngitis 3 days ago. For those who go, you sound like Carl. Yes, I am Carl from Sling Blade. And I reckon I want some mustard and biscuits. Can't believe the U.S. government is sending money to so-called Palestine, says the Patriot. When I told that story earlier, Anthony Blinken did announce $135 million in U.S. aid for them after talks there. Abercrombie and Finch. Abercrombie and Finch. It's a good thing I don't wear all them fancy clothes. Make fun of me wearing my Levi's. At least I know the people make my Levi's. Well, at least I don't know, but partially think so. A former CEO of Abercrombie and Finch was indicted on sex trafficking charges, 16 federal counts in New York City. Jeffries, last name is Jeffries, steps down as CEO in December of 2014. The accused has been accused of having used the system along with a partner to interview prospective sex trafficking victims. They recruited heterosexual men at different parties to say, hey, I can make you famous, give you all this money. Of course, you're going to have to do things for us. And similar to what Vince McMahon was doing. And these two gentlemen are being accused, and we'll keep you abreast of what's going on as New York City's coming on down on them. We got these guys from Abercrombie and Finch. We've got Sean P. Diddy Combs. We got Epstein's, all this stuff. So I'm kind of glad I'm making it on my own, and you people are making it for me. Thank you. Good morning, everybody with us. That's some of the things that's going on the network, which is the NFL game of the week. Packers, Jaguars, 13%. 27% going to the Bears and the Commanders. And the Cowboys and the 49ers have 27% of the votes. And finally, leading the pack is the Giants and the Steelers, 33% of the votes. Big games this weekend. We'll give you the rest of the games coming up in just a few moments. And speaking of this, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Irvin, who was the voice of Monday Night Raw for a while, great singer, has decided to step down from her position at the WWE. Nothing bad. She's just going to take some time off. They brought back Leah Garcia, now going to be the voice, and you'll see her at some of the major pay-per-views. According to her husband, Ricochet, who's with AEW, he says she's not coming to AEW. Lillian Garcia has been reinstated with the WWE as well. Matt Hardy, the former WWE star, current TNA star with his brother Jeff Hardy, who spent a little time in AEW and wouldn't use property, says that if they use Shelton Benjamin properly, AEW can benefit big from the star. and the hurt business that's going there. All right. And Drew McIntyre's taking some time off. This is for you, Gail. Taking some time off. And he's not going to be next weekend at the Crown Jewel, WWE Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Neither will CM Punk. They supposedly hurt each other pretty bad. I like pipe bombs. What about CM Punk's pipe bomb? I'll give you one of those. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Hey, some things I was telling you this morning are coming true. It's the way it is. And that's why they're coming after the show. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you drop a dollar. You can drop any dollar amount in my Cash App at $RyanShelander. Help a brother get out. Get some tea, get some medicine, get some things like that. Stay tuned. It's about 15 minutes till the top of the hour. And currently, radio news time and sports time is brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Back right after this. Don't you dare move away from that radio dial. Which one to do next?
Christian versus Upson Lee. Burke County takes on Model. Harrison County takes on Bremen. Manchester takes on Mount Zion. Mary Person takes on Sandy Creek. Valley on the Road.
Live on the West Coast. Like, subscribe, and share, guys.
Lynette versus Rainburn. And Randolph County takes on Beulah. College football this weekend. Point Skyhawks are off. Also in college football, Oklahoma takes on Ole Miss. Arkansas and Mississippi State. Missouri and Alabama. Texas and Vanderbilt. LSU and Texas A&M. Auburn versus Kentucky. Washington and Indiana. Notre Dame and Navy. Illinois and Oregon. Florida State and Miami. And Penn State takes on Wisconsin. Tonight, the Athens Rock Officers are back in action in Athens, Georgia. That's a look at your Friday Night Lights scoreboard. High school football and college football and local sports. Reporting for Sunny FM Radio Network, I'm RyanoRadio.
Woo! Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Pete, you're on with us. Good morning, Pete. Good morning, Curtis. How you doing, brother?
Fishbowl Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
I'm talking to somebody about putting this show on
Best chicken
a
around.
network,
Fish dinner.
television.
Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m.
I'll really be inviting the guests to come on the Facebook chat, share the page with them.
Bring you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Hey, Carl, here from Cowboy Force. Cowboy Force is
So that's down the road, not anytime soon. We're working out details. I'm announcing it to you guys because I think it's a great idea.
All of our information is available on our website at www.cowboyforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
All right, let's get ready to go. I'm glad you're doing good, Curtis. Glad. I'm doing better today as my voice is starting to come back.
WQEE, WZZV, WVEQ, November 12th through the 17th. Be there.
I am Dr. Bruce Wayne. Thanks for joining us here at our health.
Real time. Sign online for real time. There you go. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45s Affair Radio Show, where I play all Rhino 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. We're about 10 minutes away from the top of the hour, still holding at 49 degrees in the metro Atlanta area noon. 32 degrees in Washington State this morning, 60 and raining in Missouri. And of course, let me make sure I get it correct. It's also 36 and clear in Pennsylvania. Good morning to Curtis joining us from Louisiana. We appreciate you guys. All right, before we head into anything else and talk to you guys, thank you for joining us on the YouTube feed, by the way, Brewhouse, and of course, Randall and Curtis and so many others. Let's jump right back. And Pete, thank you for joining us in noon on the YouTube feed. Like, subscribe, and share. Here's some stuff that's going on in traffic this morning in the Atlanta market and surrounding. DeKalb County, a rollover there, blocking the ramp near Chamley Tucker Road at I-285 northbound. Cobb County, there's a Cobb investigating a crash investigation from the police there, blocking Powder Spring Street at Sandtown Road. Say that 5 times fast. Use an alternate road there. That's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Police activity in downtown Atlanta near Edgewood Avenue at I-75-85. Be careful as you're heading out on this TGIF Friday edition in the Atlanta market. Nothing going southbound into East Alabama and coming northbound into Noonan. That's it. That's what's going on with your traffic this morning. Traffic brought to you by your friends at Southern States Bank, making banking easy. Southern States Bank, big proud supporter of the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. All right, let's get into this as we get into the second half. It's the beginning of the World Series tonight. We got football action this weekend. Good thing Crown Jewel's not the next weekend. More NHL action, more NBA as the NBA started. Way to go, Hawks winning one of the first games of the season just the other night. Congratulations to our Atlanta Hawks. And Steve Holman Sr., who's a resident in the area that I live in the metro Atlanta area, Noonan, 3,000 consecutive games called by this man. Congratulations, elder statesman, one of the greatest voices in NBA basketball history, Steve Holman Sr. Sorry. There you go. All right. Let's jump into it. Yeah. Tonight, WWE Smackdown on USA, 8 p.m. Big lead in as they can prepare. Will Gunther be there to face off with Cody Rhodes as they face off for the Crown Jewel Championship next weekend. And will Nia Jax's opponent show up from Raw? AEW Collision tomorrow night, TNT, 8 p.m. tonight. TNT will present AEW Rampage, which will be dropping pretty soon going into the new year. All right. Congratulations once again to the Rams beating the Vikings 30-20 last night. Can you believe that? Wow. I picked the Vikings to win that, but the Rams came out on top. All right. Our poll question this morning, and we got a different question as too. Poll question is, which is the NFL game of the week? 12% saying Packers, Jaguars, 25% saying Bears, Commanders, 25% saying Commanders, 49ers, and leading the pack, the Giants and the Steelers. All right, the Menendez brothers. We told you that the LADA says that they have served their time well and are very model citizens, and they should be released from prison. There's having a resentencing, or not a resentencing, resentencing is what they're calling it. So do you guys think they should be let out? Personally, I think they should stay in. They murdered their parents. They still murdered somebody. I don't care how good they're doing for inside. Doesn't mean they're going to do that great outside. And some of you, there's no wrong answers. Do you think they should be released or not? Let us know. Good morning, Crispies, or good afternoon, midday to you. And hope you're having a wonderful afternoon there in London. Yes, indeed. 5 minutes away from the top of the hour. 49 degrees in the metro Atlanta area of noon. And still to come, we're going to talk about the 3 men sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Ahmad Arbery in 2020 in Brunswick, Georgia. Plus, Vince McMahon's in hot water again, along with Linda McMahon, TKO Holding Group, and WWE. Why? Well, a law firm is, and we're talking about this later on, a law firm has set up a law firm, has done a law firm. Let's get this right. I'm just getting back to it. Sorry, guys. Has filed a new lawsuit on behalf of the Ring Boys against the WWE, Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, and TKO Company for several of surviving sexual abuse victims from all the way back when Pat Patterson supposedly was doing this. We'll talk about that, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody drop out. Drop out what? I don't know what you're talking about, drop out. So we'll talk about that plus more this morning. Lizard Chronicles in the final period. I got another 3 great stories for you. 3 more great stories. Stay tuned tonight. Fox is going to present the World Series between the New York Yankees, who took them a number of years to get back there, taking on the LA Dodgers, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. And game 1's 8:08 p.m. on Fox. Randall reminding everybody that Hulk Hogan has a new beer on the market. Brother, I want you to like me, so I'm going to say what you want to hear. Drink my beer. Say what you want to hear. Drink my beer. From people that are buying it in Florida, it's not too good. But, hey, get what you want. Get what you want. All right, guys. Just Guinness for me, Randall says. Martin, we'll be back here in a moment on this edition of RyanoRadio Penitentiary. News at the top of the hour every 30 minutes. Plus, we're going to talk about Vinnie Mac being sued. He's in hot water again. And the 3 white men that's serving life in prison in Georgia yesterday and today in court trying their hardest to get a retrial. We'll talk about all of this coming up and more. Brother, Hulk Hogan's going to run wild on you. He gets drunk. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, hey, you may got Hulk Hogan's got new brew and beer, but what about a Steve Weiser? That's the bottom line, called Stone Cold said so. Back in a moment. Oh, there you go.
This day in labor history, and we're going all the way back to 1648, more than 100 years before the American Revolution.
Gotta go get me some more water. Be right back. Nah, I didn't have to do that. I had to go open the front door and get some water. Randall's so funny. It's getting better. Thank you for asking, Crispies. Getting better for sure.
TGIF edition of your weather forecast for East Alabama, West Georgia. Plenty of sunshine today. Near record high temperature of 85. Light and variable winds. Good Friday night lights football weather. Clear, low 55. Light and variable winds. Plenty of sunshine on Saturday. High near 85. Near record highs. Winds in northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear, partly cloudy skies for Saturday. Evening, low near 57. Light and variable winds. A mix of sunny clouds on Sunday. High near 77.
You're very welcome, brother.
East, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour.
Why wouldn't I want you to be successful? I'm all good. I appreciate it. We're hopefully taking this thing to the next level 2. I can't name the network, but it's a new network on Amazon Prime, Apple, I guess it's Apple Plus, Fire, whatever else is paid out there too. And one more like that. And it was the last thing I was going to say. Should have wrote it all. I did write it all down. Two networks come together. They're working together. They got different ways to get things out, basically. Oh, about the... Yeah, I read it on the air. That was, wow. But, you know, I think it could be close to the truth. Very close to the truth, Randall. I don't ever doubt anything like that. People research, I appreciate them. What else was it? Oh, yeah. Getting all over these networks. But I'm probably too crazy for real radio. Not if you can hold your tongue. I have to hold my tongue. Words.
What do you do to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Lewis. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I'm specializing in women's self-defense. All women of all ages have the ability to learn
But,
defend themselves.
yeah, they want to put me on my show on. Hopefully it'll be live every morning for 3 hours. They want me to do 4 hours. They really, FCC don't really care about opinions. They just care about the cussing and stuff. They're going to let the major news network. They're going to let the major news networks do their bidding on election day and beyond. That's how I read it. That's what it seems like it. The corporate media always keeps the man down. But yeah, that seems about right, Randall.
All right, we're gonna do it once more. And this time, no mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You have a good night, brother. Don't fry bacon naked, all right? I definitely won't do that. Did you try it before Brew House? I'm just kidding. He's wearing a shirt that says Daniel. Oh, yes, on this day, you're going to see clearly as the RyanoRadio Penitentiary cruises on. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We'll say hello to some of your other listeners on the other feeds this morning. It's currently now went down to 48 degrees in the metro Atlanta area at Noonan. Time and temperature at about 8 minutes past the hour. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. We still got to come in the final period, a little lot lizard news for you. Also, we're going to talk about Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, TKO company at WWE, got a new lawsuit filed against them from the Ring Boys. We'll talk about the 3 white men over in Brunswick that got sentenced to life in prison, trying to get themselves a retrial. That's coming up this morning. Our picks to hit in the NFL, since it is a football Friday, getting ready for the weekend. College football, Georgia Bulldogs are off this weekend. We got the poll question up, and we got everybody here with us this morning. All I got to do is say hello as we head into the break. That Black Rifle coffee was a good suggestion, right? Yeah, there you go. All right, well, let them know that I suggested it. Let them know I suggested it. Maybe they'll come on as an advertiser. All right. Good morning going out to Sweet Leaf, Sue, Bob, Tim, and Riding K on the Navajo Nation. Hello to Alice, Tom, David, Michael, Helen with an E, and right here, also Vicky in Canada. Down in Australia, Robert, and over in South Wales, afternoon, Diana and the boys. She's got teenagers now. God bless her, young lady. Also, Sarah Bear in New Zealand, and Kiko in Japan. Konnichiwa. And hello to everybody on the feed here. That's right. Let Black Rifle know I suggested it. They need to be on the show. Great, would be a great sponsor. I'm getting back to my normal routine with voice, guys. I'm so happy to be able to do this show. I did it yesterday, and it was getting better and better. Today, it's a lot better. Maybe by the weekend, by Monday, we'll be back to a normal speed and talk. Just to let you guys know, Georgia, the Bulldogs offense is using the week off to focus on passing issues. What Kirby Smart is talking about targeting in the open week is those passing issues. Georgia Bulldog fans, you don't have to worry about your team this weekend. But War Eagles, we do. Ugh. Oh, yeah. I really don't want to talk about it. But Auburn is in action this weekend against Kentucky on the road. And Missouri, number 21 Missouri, who took out Auburn last week, has got number 15 ranked Alabama. Wow. Alabama 15 ranked. Good Lord. And, of course, Texas is taking on Vandy, who's been on the road. We'll see if Vanderbilt gives Texas a run for the money this weekend. We got Texas listeners. We got Tennessee listeners. Guys, what about that? Texas and Vandy this weekend. Wow. All right. One of our top stories this morning was prosecutors, LADA, just asking for the Menendez brothers, Lyle and Kyle, to have a resentencing / be able to get out of jail because they've served time well in the 1989 murder of their parents. How do you feel about that, guys? Do you think that they should be let out? No wrong answers here. Your opinion is your opinion. No wrong answers here. My opinion is I think they should keep them in there. Even though they're probably not a threat to me, they are a threat. And I think they should be sentenced to life like they did for the murder of their parents. All right, we're going to take a short break here on the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. It's almost about 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. The Rams on Monday Night Football defeated the Vikings 30-20. And tonight, New York Yankees will take on the LA Dodgers in the first World Series of 2024-2025. World Series, 8:05 p.m. on Fox. DeKalb County is a rollover blocking the ramp in Chamley Tucker Road, I-285 there. Be careful in that area, both directions. So it's going to be really, really slow. Find alternate routes, please. A crash investigating in Cobb County on Powder Spring Road at Sandtown Road. Use alternate route. No issues in Noonan down going towards East Alabama and coming from East Alabama and Auburn. Up here, no issues as well. You see something I don't see, you can be a news hound. RyanoRadio Penitentiary News Hound. Become a news hound, or I like to call a hound of justice. Become a RyanoRadio Hound of Justice. Send us a email at 99classrock@gmail.com. That's right. Whether there's traffic events going on or whatever. Patriot says life is BS for the Menendez brothers. He's off of one of our feeds here, our YouTube feed. He says he thinks give the murderers the chair. No wrong answers. There you go. Sweetleaf says that they should stay in prison. And he says, now I'm agreeing with the Patriot on the chair. Sue says, I agree they should stay in prison. Bob says, well, if they're doing better, I guess they could come out. But, when they get out, how's their life going to be? That's a good one. How would it be if they got out? Yeah, think about it. Do they have money left over? Would they have people want to invest in companies they do? I mean, not everybody's a lovable murderer like O.J. Simpson. Naked Gun, come on. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
Sunny FM Radio Network News. I'm RyanoRadio. 44-year-old male is dead after a single vehicle crash in the curb on Lafayette Parkway in Opelika. The vehicle was fully engulfed in flames. Investigators with the Opelika Police Department believe the victim was traveling north when he reared off the road and struck a tree.
Send them to fight in a war for U.S. Penitentiary platoon. Hey, yeah. Option 2, I guess, if no chair. I like that. I'll say that when I come back. I believe he killed her. He was jealous that little young guy was getting it, and he wasn't. But no wrong answers on that either. Yep, that's it. That's it, Randall. Oh, Black Rifle Coffee. There you go. I need to get them as a sponsor for real.
Insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense. Active Pest Control. Prepare. Bond. Pest termite coverage around. Active Pest Control. 34 Jefferson Street, Newton. 770-954-9941.
Looking for the right bank to be your partner? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Our team is deeply rooted in the community. We take pride in providing personalized service. Come to Southern States Bank. Great service comes naturally. Visit us today or check us out at SouthernStatesBank.net.
Yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but it is good. Good. OJ murdered both of them, says Daniel. But he was a hell of a football player and actor. Just like Chris Benoit was one hell of a wrestler. Some people feel like he didn't really, he was murdered, but what was pinned on him was he murdered his family and himself, killed himself. So he was a hell of a wrestler, but not a good person. So there you go.
Superior Gas Inlet Net is your full-service propane dealer serving residential, commercial, agricultural, and recreational propane. They have a full selection of generators, heaters, gas logs, and fireplaces. They're located at 752 North Lanier Avenue, Lynette, Alabama. Open 9 to 5 daily, and their phone number is 334-644-4306.
The women on the view. Who would have ever believed the three angriest people on television are named
Yeah, let them know they need to be on the show here. Sponsor the show. We could put a Black Rifle coffee mug and show their stuff on the feed. Can't afford fancy stuff.
It's all about Wild Night of popular comedy, impressions, and brand new parody songs. To decipher what the mother just said, it could take several weeks. That's Saturday, October 26th at the Raleigh Point Grill in Woodstock. For tickets or more information, visit newsmakerline.com or call 678-829-SHOW. That's 678-829-SHOW.
Oh, the Tribal Chief Radio Job Chief is back. Welcome back into RyanoRadio Penitentiary. Your radio Tribal Chief is here. Acknowledge me. I'm picking. I had to pull that for Roman Reigns. Will Roman and the boys get back together? It's going to be a big one. Tonight on Smackdown, will Roman Reigns, Jey Uso show back up since the Intercontinental title was snatched from him due to the Bloodline 2.0. Will he join back up with Jimmy and his brother Jimmy, twin brother Jimmy, and of course Roman? We'll see. Kane says Bama loses tomorrow. Woo! All right. Which of these is the NFL game of the week, ladies and gentlemen? 21% of you say Packers and Jaguars. 21% say Bears and Commanders. Cowboys, 49ers, 21%. And Giants and Steelers at 37%. Before the end of the hour, I'm going to give you my picks to hit, and we'll play that here as well. Still to come, we got more details on a new lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon, TKO Company, WWE, and his wife, Linda McMahon. Plus, we'll talk about the three men shortly who's serving life in prison, wanting to get a retrial for the 2020 murder of Ahmad Arbery, Mr. Arbery's death in Brunswick, Georgia. Yeah, Bama's got Missouri this weekend after they beat Auburn last week. Missouri did. So you think they're going to lose again this weekend? Woo! Well, I don't know. Auburn could probably lose to Kentucky. Just not a good year for Hugh Freeze. And it's his second year. 100%, Kane says he believes they're going to lose. Woohoo! Thank you for your opinion there, brother. Georgia's off this weekend, so they can't do anything to anybody. All right, let's head into some of the headline news for you and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, worldwide headline news. Dozen guns, thousands of rounds of ammo, and a grenade were reportedly recovered from a home of a 60-year-old Jeffries Michael Kelly of Temple, Arizona, who's accused of leaving bags of white powder in multiple locations at the DNC campaign offices there. Kelly faces multiple charges as he was not once but twice, not twice but three times shot at the DNC campaign office in Southern Avenue in Tempe, Arizona. Last night, the Rams defeated the Vikings in Monday Night Football 30-20. Tonight, the World Series begins. New York Yankees take on the LA Dodgers, 8:08 p.m. on Fox. Get that game started right. Who you going for, Dodgers or Yankees? We'll ask that probably later on. Also, a lot of great questions this morning. Plus, we got a lot of Lizard Chronicles coming up for you. And the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch is indicted on sex trafficking, 16 federal counts in New York City. This man has stepped down. Jeffries has stepped down from CEO as the CEO in December of 2014. Him and a friend got together to have sex trafficking, use the system to recruit heterosexual men and tell them you could be a star with physical grooming at sex parties. Wow. You want to be a male model? Avery, Cromian, and Finch could have took care of it for you. Wow. Let's talk about Vince McMahon right quick. Vinnie Mac. Well, a new lawsuit has been filed. A law firm has filed a new lawsuit on behalf of the Ring Boys against WWE, Vince McMahon, Linda McMahon, and the TKO company, which has shares of UFC and WWE, I should say. Surviving members of sexual abuse. Official press release. D. Cello Levitt and Murphy, Falcon and Murphy, large name there, filed a lawsuit against WWE, LLC, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Linda McMahon, and the TKO holding company. The unnamed Ring Boys were groomed and sexually abused over the years. They were targeting children from broken homes. That includes Pat Patterson, who has passed away, the first Intercontinental Champion that would be considered homosexual, and he created the Royal Rumble idea. Well, him and another guy with a company, supposedly many Ring Boys were saying that they were being sexually abused around time back when, Doink the Clown, all the cartoonish stuff was going on back when the WWF was WWF and cartoonish, and it lasted for a number of years. This is a brand new lawsuit after that lawsuit filed by Janelle Grant against Vince McMahon for sex trafficking her to many people, including Saudi Arabia, as well as people in Canada and all over, showing her pictures all over to people that work for him. And Brock Lesnar supposedly was being re-signed as he showed her pictures showed her pictures to Brock Lesnar, supposedly. Now, Brock Lesnar's name's been brought up, so he's not in the lawsuit. And Brock Lesnar has been here's ups and downs whether he returned to the World Wrestling Entertainment. Well, he has not returned to the World Wrestling Entertainment, and it won't happen anytime soon. And of course, we told you recently, Janelle Grant's lawsuit continues to move forward as they pull back on it as the federal investigation continues on Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Wow. Guys, man, this is it's getting worse and worse for Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac is he's doing all kinds of things he shouldn't be doing. It all started back to the first female referee back in the early 80s, going into the 90s. That's right. And she went on Geraldo's show at the time and said that Vince McMahon said that if she wanted to keep her job, she'd have to make him happy, if you know what that means. All this stuff coming out with Abercrombie and Finch, Abercrombie and Finch, say it 5 times fast. CEO, Jeffrey Epstein's, of course, who's dead, P. Diddy, all this stuff is coming out now. I am glad I'm not one of these people that said, hey, I'm going to make it big by turning my back on the man upstairs and doing things to be for money. See, some people do anything for money. Remember that old saying, some people do anything for money? No, it's not just the girl on the street or the girl in the club dancing. Sometimes it's people on the OnlyFans page. Sometimes it's those XXX on X. So there you go. All these people, man. We're going to take another short break. Radio news time right now is about 8:28 a.m. on the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. You're listening to the Sunny FM Radio Network with yours truly, Ryan Neal. And currently, we're still at 48 degrees in the Atlanta market, holding at 32 degrees in Washington State, 36 degrees and clear in Pennsylvania. Ohio, Minnesota, you got rain there, 60 degrees and raining. Of course, we want to say happy 101 years young to Miss Ruth over in Nebraska. Not for real. I just wanted to add that. All right, 29 minutes past the hour. It's time for SRN Radio News. Every 30 minutes news for you. What's up? What's up, Martin Deloach? How you doing, brother? Getting better. Voice is getting better.
Sometimes I play a little bit rough, and they play rough, and they are rough and vicious people. They are vicious people. They're dirty people. They weaponize government. They weaponize everything, and they actually make me more popular.
He also said he would fire Special Counsel Jack Smith in 2 seconds after he takes office. Harris campaign's betting on Beyonce to raise her sagging poll numbers. Reports say the singer will appear with Harris at an event in Houston. Beyonce would be the latest musician to attend the Harris rally. After Eminem introduced Barack Obama at a Detroit event earlier in the week, the Harris campaign's been using concerts as well to increase the number of attendees. Also at SRNnews.com, there's been a huge government settlement between the owner and operator of the ship that caused the Baltimore Bridge collapse.
Officials say the owner and manager of the cargo ship that caused the collapse of the Scott King Bridge have agreed to pay more than $100 million to settle a lawsuit brought by the Justice Department. The suit against Dolly owner Grace Ocean Private Limited and manager Synergy Marine Group seeks to recover funds the government spent in clearly underwater debris and reopen Baltimore's port. The settlement does not include any damages for rebuilding the bridge. That could cost close to $2 billion. The state of Maryland filed its own claim seeking those damages. I'm Norman Hall.
A judge permanently blocks enforcement.com.
Ready to earn some sweet Southern rewards? Check out the Southern Rewards Cashback account from Southern States Bank, where debit card transactions earn you cashback. With our Southern Rewards Cashback account, you can earn up to $30 a month. Sign up for your Southern Rewards Cashback account today. Terms and conditions apply. Visit your nearest branch or check us out online at southernstatesbank.net. Learn more. Southern States Bank, your bank, your rewards. Housing DIC and MLS number 410611.
Baseball Fried Chicken is back in a brand
That is scary, brother. Woo-hoo. Uh-oh. Good morning.
Sound sick.
Well, it's getting better. It's just my voice.
That you get better.
Yeah, my laryngitis is getting better. I sounded better this morning than yesterday. I sounded better yesterday than the day before. And on Tuesday of this week, I can't even talk to you.
Yeah. You know what is real scary?
What's that?
Most people don't understand is that let's say that you go ahead and buy a $500,000 house, which is nothing. That's usual. That's the normal house. About 500 grand, maybe upwards 725.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Correct.
What's wrong with that? That's your house. And you're paying a mortgage for 30 years, right?
Correct.
All right. So, yeah. In that mortgage, you get this thing called homeowners insurance, right?
Correct.
Correct, yes. That is included in the mortgage payment, right?
That's right.
That's right. But here's the problem. This is what pisses me off.
Okay.
Your homeowner's insurance does not, I repeat, does not cover flood of any type. I will say that again. Your
Wow.
homeowner's insurance does not cover flood of any type.
Wow.
Wow, is right. Most people don't understand that and don't know that.
But they need to look over it with a lawyer and everything so they can understand.
And the thing is, it's called flood insurance. That's a whole different type of insurance that you have to buy separately.
Wow.
Now, what really pisses me off,
Mm-hmm.
they don't tell you about that. When you're buying your $750,000 house or your $500,000 house.
Costs more in flood zones.
It's called deceptive trade practice.
Wow.
That's what it's called. Anyway.
All right. I appreciate it.
No, I ain't done yet.
Oh, okay.
Let you know. So, you got that. You think you're covered, but you're not really covered. Anyway, you have to get that. What's going to happen is these flood mud boys, as I call them, that's FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, will ask you if you had flood insurance.
Right.
Before they come and help you. Is right.
Wow.
But I know that's exactly what they're going to do in that. And it depends on that as well.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
That is interesting, isn't it?
It is. It is. Wow. Well, I appreciate it. I'm about to get back on the air. Thank you, brother.
Have a good morning.
You too. He does, don't he? Oh, he got off. We'll ask him next time. Welcome back into Rhino Radio Penitentiary. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. We welcome you back in. Which is the NFL game of the week? Is it the Packers and Jaguars, 21%, Bears, Commanders, and Cowboys, 49ers, all at 21% of the votes? You guys believe the Giants and the Steelers is the game of the week so far, 38%. I'm going to give my picks to hit when we get out of here in the next period, after the next break and our next segment. All right, 37 minutes past the hour still, 48 degrees. Beautiful sunny skies out there in the Atlanta market. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. Getting my voice better after a week of going up and down. Good Lord Almighty. There you go. All right, we're going to get back into some of the headline news here for you. We still got some sports news and more. Lot Lizard Chronicles coming up in the final period. Time to have a little fun with some lot lizards. Maybe it won't leave a stain or maybe you won't catch something. That's all coming up for you. But first, let's talk about this. 3 men serving life in prison for the murder after chasing down and killing Ahmad Arbery back in 2020 in Brunswick, Georgia, was asking the judge for a new trial. Greg McMichael, the father who knew everybody, Travis McMichael, the son who did the shooting, and we like to call him the cameraman, I do, William Roddy Bryan, is making arrangements for arguments in a new trial for the jury, saying that the jury was ineffective in their conviction of the men. The lawyer for Roddy was yesterday speaking in court. They did it yesterday and today. He was speaking in court. I was watching it. He was speaking in court saying, well, he's not that educated, da, 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 da. So lack of education is going to give you the right to go out and hurt somebody. Me having a lack of education means I can just kill somebody because or follow the crowd. No, doesn't mean that. These men don't need a retrial. What they did was wrong to this kid. It took about over almost 2 weeks before the local DA even reported it, and she stepped aside because she knew Greg McMichael, the father. Greg McMichael, and I saw video camera footage from all three men with all 3 police officers. Nothing they were doing looked like they were sorry for it. Travis, like he was like, oh, and the cop's like, I understand. The lady cop was like, here's some water. Calm down. You got to wash that blood off of you. That's evidence. You ain't supposed to wash the blood off. You got to do this. You got to do that. I know. Calm down. Oh, Glory said he lost all of his guns in a boating accident. Wow. But that's it. So we follow this case and continue to follow this case, especially in Georgia. I'm going to see if they're going to do a retrial. This is not a good idea because they don't deserve a retrial. They don't. They don't deserve a retrial at all. So, wow. I was thinking, so these men chase this man down and say, you're in the wrong neighborhood. You're in the wrong neighborhood. Didn't know that still went on today. Don't go in the wrong neighborhood jogging. He supposedly was walking on an empty house that was being built there that no longer the guy that owns it has sold that property and didn't want to build a house there after all of this. But William Roddy Bryan's attorney was like, Roddy's not very bright. He's not very bright. Well, it's not very bright if you are part of a, group of guys that want to kill people for no reason. Very good. Good morning, Free America. Good morning, Pete. How you doing this morning? So yesterday they had opening arguments in hearing today, another hearing. And we'll find out later this afternoon. I'll give you updates on whether there's going to be a retrial or not. I don't think so. In my opinion, it shouldn't be. Speaking of that, the Menendez brothers, we talked about it earlier, at the LADA said that they've served their time and they're doing well now, and they should be released. We need to have resentencing of these men who were supposed to be put in life prison for murdering their parents back in 1989. I think they should be shut in there. The Patriot says they should either be executed or sent off to war for penitentiary prisoners to go to war for us, which is a good idea. All right. Which is the NFL game of the week? Packers, Jaguars, 19%, 24%, the Bears and the Commanders. Cowboys, 49ers, 19% of the votes, and Giants take on the Steelers at 38% of the vote. Good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? All right. They hung on, you'd have been on. As they would say. We're about almost 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Here's some more updates in your road report. We'll give you updates there. Oh, let's go to the phone lines. Got Martin D calling. Good morning, Martin D. I know your number.
Yeah. As I was explaining earlier, this home, well, you also have a major problem in these states like Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and even part of Georgia.
Right.
What is happening is this major flood insurance companies have pulled out. So you can't even get flood insurance if you wanted to. That's real problem.
It is a problem. A big problem.
It is.
Wow.
Let's say you go ahead and pay $5,000 a year to get flood insurance. They pull out on you. Cancel your claim and pull out because of you being in those states.
In those flood zone states, yeah. Wow.
Even though you pay for it.
It's always a scam. They want your money, but they never want to pay out.
Exactly.
Never do. Well, Pedro wants to know.
That's what pisses me off. Too.
I agree with you. That's not very good when we're paying all this insurance.
That's not FEMA. It's a corporate insurance.
Yep, corporate insurance.
You buy from a company.
Yep.
But all your flood insurance companies have pulled out.
Wow.
They're no longer insuring those areas.
Wow.
Even though you paid a claim, you paid the premium
Right.
for it, and you never filed a claim, they will pull out on you.
Wow.
That
sucks. That does suck. Well, Patriot wanted to know in the feed. He asked earlier, you're in Texas. We know you're in North Texas. He says, you sound like you're originally from Louisiana.
It happened in South Texas when Hurricane Harvey.
Yes.
It happened there.
It happens all over. Wow.
Yeah. That's why I said I know about this.
Oh, I know. You're a lawyer.
I played with them before.
I bet you have.
But you have a good morning.
You too. That's Martin D from Texas, Dallas, Texas. Back here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get you update on your road report, as well as coming up after the break. We got more action for you, more stuff to talk about, NFL picks to hit. And still later on this morning in the final period, SEC report and the Lizard Chronicles are still to come. Back in a moment. Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page. Help a brother out, $, RYANSHELANDER. Help a brother back in a moment as we have more on the way. Yeah, I couldn't get into question for him. That's all right.
Philadelphia 76ers, 124-109.
Indiana led the way for the Bucks, who opened their NBA season with a 124-109 win over the 76ers. Lillard scored 11 points in the second quarter, ended those coming toward a 15-4 run that Milwaukee had to stay. Lillard was 4 of 4 behind the 3-point streak with a third quarter. He finished with a game-high 30.
That's correspondent Michael Luongo reporting. Other winners included Cleveland, Indiana, Orlando, Atlanta, New Orleans, Charlotte, Memphis, Golden State, and Phoenix. NFL news: Washington Commanders rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels missed practice because of a rib injury. Daniels' status for Sunday against the Chicago Bears is uncertain. He's listed as week to week. This is SRN Sports.
Friday Night Light Scoreboard on Sunny FM Radio Networks. I'm Neal. East Coweta hits the road against Westlake, Greenville Ballard, Trinity Christian versus Upson Lincoln. Heard County takes on Mile, Harrison County takes on Bremen, Manchester takes on Mount Zion, Mary Person takes on Sandy Creek, Valley on the road against Beauregard, Springwood takes on North Ridge Christian, Lynette versus Rainburn, and Randolph County takes on Beulah. College football this weekend.
American Press does suck. Patriots, you can ask Randall your question.
Arkansas, Mississippi State, Missouri, and Alabama, Texas, and Vanderbilt, LSU and Texas A&M, Auburn versus Kentucky, Washington and Indiana, Notre Dame and Navy, Illinois and Oregon, Florida State and Miami, and Penn State takes on Wisconsin. Tonight, the Athens Rock Officers are back in action in Athens, Georgia. That's a look at your Friday Night Lights Scoreboard, high school football and college football, and local sports. Reporting from Sunny FM Radio Network, I'm RyanoRadio.
Wow, that's a lot of money, Martin Deloach. Wow. People ask me all the time, what am I afraid of? I reply, not a damn thing. There you go, Glory. That's cool, Randall.
It's the last carnival of 2024, Lynette Fall Festival, presented by Georgia.
Good morning, Cher.
The Old Mill Parking Lot, Lynette, Alabama, November 12th through the 17th. Pre-admission, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Merry-go-rounds, family, kid, and adult rides, wristband night. Lynette Fall Festival, presented by WQEE, WZZV, WVEQ, November 12th through the 17th. Be there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Wayne. Thanks for joining us here at this Harmony, the show in which we talk about things that can help you improve your life, improve your mental health, and help you to get your life.
We're getting ready to come back.
Our goal here is to provide information that's both scientific and prolific. So join us here.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of The Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair Radio.
See you, Daniel, brother.
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, doing it Georgia.
yeah. Welcome back into RyanoRadio Penitentiary. You are on the Sunny FM radio networks at 48 degrees and about 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. That's right. That's because I'm on the radio. That's right. You can't see me unless you're on the YouTube, Facebook, or any of those platforms that show my beautiful face. Yeah, right. Welcome back into RyanoRadio Penitentiary. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and if we don't see you again, a good night. All right, let's take a look at traffic right quick. Picking up a little bit over at Fulton County, I-285, Langford Parkway, crash at I-285 southbound there, exit 5, blocking right lanes. To Cobb County, there's another crash blocking the lane of I-285 southbound inner loop past Covenant Highway. That's 43. Expect some delays. Exit 43. Also in Lawrenceville, a crash at Sugarloaf Parkway, eastbound blocking the Five Forks Road. Delays there. That's just some of the things going on. No traffic issues going southbound in Alabama or coming up to Noonan northbound. If you got any news, traffic, or anything you want to report, 99classrock@gmail.com. Become a news hound or a hound of justice for the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. Become a member of the RyanoRadio Penitentiary's Hound of Justice. All right, let's jump into it. My voice is getting better, thank God. I'm talking more today than I've ever did since Tuesday. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Let me get through my show here. We still got Lizard Chronicles coming up. But first, who wants to play Picks to Hit with me this morning? Because I only can write one name down. Who wants to do the NFL Picks to Hit with me? Which is the NFL game of the week? 18% of you saying Packers and Jaguars. 27% say Bears and Commanders. Cowboys and 49ers, 18%. And the Giants and the Steelers are taking this first spot at 36% of the votes as the game of the week. Last night, I picked the Vikings to win, and the Rams beat them 70-20. So we're only going to count the games for the weekend coming up. You guys ready for my picks to hit? You ready for my picks to hit? All right, we're going to do it. Picks to hit. Here we go, NFL theme music. Time for our Friday Night Lights picks to hit in the NFL. Guys want to play? Put it in the feed. Who do you think is going to win between the Eagles and the Bengals? I got the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend. The Ravens take on the Browns. The Browns are not doing so well. Quarterback hurt. There you go. Taking the Ravens. Cher's going to play it with me. We'll put Cher's name up here. She's taking the Eagles and the Ravens as well. All right, Titans and Lions. Who are you picking, Titans or Lions, Cher, in this one? I'm going to go with the Lions. So what are you picking, Titans or Lions? She's going Lions as well. All right, Cardinals and Dolphins. I'm picking the Cards. Martin Deloach's picking the Lions too. I'm picking the Cards. Cards are Dolphins, guys. Dolphins says Cher. Playing picks to hit with me. Jets, Patriots. I'm picking the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do something. He did something already about getting rid of his coach, so I think he's going to do something this weekend against the Jags. But I'm always pulling for Trevor Lawrence, Georgia boy. Patriots, sorry. I'm skipping over down here. She's going Patriots. I'm going Jets. Sorry. Falcons, Buccaneers. I'm going Falcons. Falcons. What's up, Jason? How you doing, brother? I'm going Falcons. Where are you going, Cher? Falcons or Buccaneers? Picks to hit this week. She's going Falcons as well. All right. We got most of the same ones. Packers, Jaguars. I'm going Packers. even though I'm pulling for Trevor Lawrence, who's a local Georgia boy and went all the way to Clemson. So there you go. Toronto Maple Leafs is who Jason's picking. We'll go Maple Leafs. Packers as well. Colts, Texans. I'm picking the Colts going in this weekend. Good morning, Audrey. How you doing from upstate New York? Share your pick, sister. She's paying picks hit with me. Texans. All right. Saints, Chargers. I'm going with Chargers this weekend. Ooh, going with the Chargers. She's going to go Saints. All right, let's head into the next one. Bills, Seahawks. I'm going Bills all the way. Seahawks. Over to Seahawks. Martin Deluxe going Chargers, buddy. It's payday, baby. It's payday, baby. Woo, there you go. Bills. You're going to say Bills too. Seahawks for our good friend. Share. Panthers, Broncos, Broncos. Go Bears. Yeah, we already picked the Bears to win. I think. Nope, we ain't got to them yet. Broncos, me too. Chiefs, Raiders. I'm going Chiefs all day long. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, they got it. I'm picking Chiefs all day long. Mike Hawk, Itchy. Ooh, Chiefs as well. We got pretty much the same ones except for a couple of different ones. The Bears and the Commanders. I'm going Bears. I'm going Bears. Chiefs. Chiefs as well. Bears, of course, I need to go Bears because you're a Bears fan. Cowboys, 49ers, Sunday night game of the week. Oh, you're going to hate me, Toby. I'm going with the 49ers. Cowboys. And finally, the Giants and the Steelers, which is going to looks like the game of the week. I'm going with the Steelers, all because their head coach is friends with Coach Tommy Lewis from the landmark Christian Moore Eagles. Picking with my heart on that one. Deloach says 49ers as well. Steelers. All right. We're going to take a break. Thanks for playing, guys. Aldridge says Steelers. We'll be back here in a moment. Getting my voice back, Audrey. Why is Mike all wide open, Jason? Yeah, me and you pretty much picked the same ones, except for a few. I was going to do it on Tuesday with my boy, Richard, but I had a laryngitis. More water. Got to get some more water. Back in a moment.
Harris was back in the swing state of Georgia yesterday alongside former President Barack Obama. As Raul Valley with member station WVEQ reports, rally at a high school football stadium near Atlanta included singer Bruce Springsteen and other celebrities.
Actor and filmmaker Tyler Perry reminded the crowd about Joe Biden's slim victory in Georgia in 2020. So I stand here, full-throated, with my full chest, begging you, imploring you, let's get out and make Kamala Harris the 47th president. Former President Obama said he understands people want to see change. What I cannot understand is why anybody would think that Donald Trump will shake things up in a way that is good for you. Harris reaffirmed her support for abortion rights and made a pitch to young voters saying they're, quote, rightly impatient for change. For NPR News, I'm Raul Valley in Clarkston, Georgia.
Former President Donald Trump took his Republican campaign to Nevada last night.
And I'd like to begin by asking a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? I don't think so. What do you think? No
his tax cut proposals, including his calls to eliminate taxes on tips and overtime pay. Earlier in the day, Trump was campaigning in Arizona. A judge in Ohio has struck down the state's abortion ban as unconstitutional. Sarah Donaldson with Ohio Public Media says the decision comes nearly a year after voters ratified a constitutional amendment protecting abortion access and other reproductive rights.
Passed in 2019 and called the heartbeat bill by its backers, the Ohio law would ban abortion procedures statewide after about 6 weeks of pregnancy. Now that law has been permanently blocked by a county judge who writes, quote, "The state cannot properly undermine this right to an abortion." Advocates call it a momentous ruling, but Gay Man with the group Abortion Forward says there's still work to be done.
We're absolutely looking to see if it gets appealed, and we've been talking to voters about that this entire year.
Anti-abortion groups call the amendment to enshrine access to the procedure extreme and harmful. For NPR News, I'm Sarah Donaldson in Columbus, Ohio.
Fast food giant McDonald's says fresh onions from a California-based produce company were the source of an E. coli outbreak.
Sorry, guys. I had to stop and get some coffee. Coffee was being made.
Federal health officials say most
What's up, Matthew? How you doing, brother? Just to let you guys know, we are starting the radio stations. What's up, truck driver Terry? Good thing you're coming on now. We're going to do Lizard News Chronicles. Starting, of course, y'all know that starting in November, I'm going to be on every single radio station we got. I'm already on a few, but we're going to be on every one of them. But I talked to somebody yesterday about putting me on a network that's going to be on Roku, Amazon Prime, Apple Plus, Fire, and all of that. They want to put my show on there too. Spanning the show. Woo. So excited about that. Yep. When you get free coffee, you go for it. All right, 39. Put you in our weather update. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, hello? Hello.
Hi, this is Sam calling from Home Improvement and Remodeling Group. How are you doing today?
Sam, I'm not interested in you. We don't like lot lizards here.
Your house has been selected to get some no obligation pricing estimates for your home improvement.
Okay.
What is the most important area in your house that you need to repair or replace? Is it windows, roof, bath?
My bathroom, because I blow it out. I mean, it's blown out. I eat too much Taco Bell. Can you help me, Sam? I guess not. Where are you at today, truck driver Terry? Where are the Chronicles at today? Wisconsin. Oh, fun. Snow year round except for 2 months. Good old Wisconsin.
If you're in need of counseling services, please reach out. We can do in-person.
10 degrees Fahrenheit in London. A little colder there, he says. Oh, look at all them lights. It's cold. Matthew, stay warm. Yes. Yes.
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, the key in Newton, Georgia. The views and opinions of this show.
Woohoo, here we go.
Not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
On this day, I do see clearly. Welcome back into RyanoRadio Penitentiary. Welcome back in, and good morning to Matthews joining us from, I think, London. Truck driver Terry says it's 42 degrees in Wisconsin as he's hitting that road. Well, it's 32 in Washington State, 60 and rainy in Missouri, 36 and clear. Well, probably up to 37 in Pennsylvania, 39 degrees somewhere. Don't know where else. And 39 degrees. That's what 39 degrees in Iowa and up to 59 today. Currently, it's 48 degrees in the metro Atlanta area and 10 minutes past the hour. Your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control on this News Friday morning news. RyanoRadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown on the Sunny FM radio dial. Active Pest Control bringing you a look at what's going on with your time and temperature. All right, we got a lot of Lizard Chronicles coming up for you this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Still going to research that shooting. I did put it on the WVEQ page at a Target. Plus, the Vince McMahon saga continues as his wife, TKO company, and WWE is being sued. A new lawsuit filed against them from the Ring Boys about what happened to young men years ago, sexual assault. We also talked about the three white men from Brunswick, Georgia, trying to get a retrial there. Yeah. For what they did, killing that young man, Mr. Arbery. And finally, we're also, ladies and gentlemen, talked about the Menendez brothers. The LADA said, hey, I think it'd be good to let them out. They have good behavior. They killed their parents back in 1989. So, LADA says the brothers have paid their debt to society. What do you guys think on that one? Do you think they need to stay in or be released? I think they need to be kept there. Patriot told us earlier he thinks they need to be sentenced to electric chair or put in a penitentiary prison where they go out and serve. So if they get shot, it wouldn't matter. That's mean, Ryan. You agree with that? Yeah, actually I do. We did our NFL picks stick. Thank you, Sheriff, for playing along and everything. Well, a Florida man is being held without bond for allegedly assaulting 3 Washington Commander fans following the NFL game hosted by the Ravens on October 13th. John Callis, 24, grew up in Maryland and is a Ravens fan. Okay. He's charged with 1 count of first-degree assault and 3 counts of second-degree assault. Faced up to 55 years in prison and found guilty on all charges. Over a football game. District Court judge denied Callis' attorney, Brian Thompson, request for the bail. And him being held in an outpatient rehabilitation facility. Nope, not going to happen. He's been addicted to cocaine and alcohol for years, argued his attorney. They said they might modify the order if Thompson can find an inpatient program that will work for him. Wow. Things people do. Who cares about a game? It's just a game. Attacking people. Wow. Yes. As we head into the break, short break, so I can keep my voice up, so I can do the Lizard Chronicles. As we head into the break, a little today in history. I'll do it on Fridays, a little today in history on Fridays. 1944, the Japanese military sent out its first unit of pilots during the Battle of Leyte Gulf off the coast of Philippines. 1971, the United Nations admitted China as a member, ousting the National Chinese government of Taiwan. Now they're opposite. What a world. 1983, U.S. troops supported 6 Caribbean nations invaded in a tiny leftist rural area of an island, rescuing 1,000 American students and restoring order to the small country. The death toll about 2 months of fighting was only 100. It's not bad, but it's terrible still. 1994, Susan Smith falsely reported her 2 sons, you guys might remember this, were missing after a carjacking after several days of intense public and media and the scrutiny they gave them. The South Carolina woman admitted that she drove her car with her children inside it into a lake, killing them. She was sentenced to life in prison for murder. Happened in 1994. You guys remember that? 2023, House Republican selected Representative Mike Johnson of Louisiana to become the next Speaker of the House in 2023. And ladies and gentlemen, a little today in history. Back in a moment, we got the best of the best coming up for you. Your news from around the Sunny FM radio networks. I'm Ryan O'Neal. Got a little coffee. Get ready.
If you have any additional information about this accident, please contact 334-705-5200. Student at Ethan Knight Elementary School in LaGrange, Georgia, faces being disciplined by the school for allegedly.
Good morning, Pepper.
County school system stated that there was no threat to other students.
I do. I remember that too, how sad it was.
Which is not a firearm, but it's not allowed to be on school property and prohibited. A pair of Walmart employees in Newton County, Georgia, are behind bars for custody after opening fire.
Police arrest a man in Arizona. Mailbox fire destroys small number of ballots. What? I still don't know how a mother could do that either. We'll get into true crime. I mean, lot lizard.
We take pride in providing personalized service. The Southern States Bank. Great service comes naturally. Visit us today or check us out at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 410611.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste. The best chicken around. Fish dinners. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the Word of God to bring transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide you in His words back in heaven. Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. Tune in so your life can be radically changed forever because God's love and care.
Here we go. It's afternoon for me, Pepper, in England, Halifax. Good morning to Halifax, England. This morning where Matthew is tuning in to us on the YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll get our poll question up here for you in just a few moments, guys. 18 minutes past the hour. It's still 48 degrees, beautiful sunny skies out there. You're tuned into RyanoRadio Penitentiary. That's correct, RyanoRadio Penitentiary. We still got the SEC report to come up for you in just a few moments. Pepper says I miss hanging out with you guys. Oh, glad you got to catch up with it. We're glad to have you. Losing your mind at work. I know how that is, especially when your voice is out on you. Election is a week from this coming up Tuesday. Get out and vote. Get your voice heard. And they're already coming up with some new ideas in the near future. Ranked choice voting will appear in ballots in 6 states, including Washington, D.C., on November 5th, possibly changing how these states have elections. Voters in Colorado, Idaho, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington, D.C. will vote on a proposal to adopt ranked choice voting for primaries, local, state, and federal elections. Missouri will vote on an amendment to preempt or effectively ban ranked choice voting. Alaska will vote on repealing the ranked choice voting after it approved it in 2020. Ranked choice voting tasks voters with selecting their preferred office in order. Basically, I guess, Republican or Democrat. A candidate must choose more than 50% of the first choice votes to win. Wow. If a candidate does not receive 50% of the votes in the first ballot, the election moves through rounds. So it's going to be rounds like football. Eliminating the candidate that earned the fewest votes until a candidate reaches 50%, making the second place votes critical in determining who moves on. Voters may still choose to select only one candidate. Let's make it even harder on the voting systems. Ranked choice voting. Yeah. Who made that stuff up? I don't have no idea, Randall. Sounds like it was just made up. Somebody was drinking one night. You know, I think it'd be a good idea. Ranked choice voting. Good idea. Yeah, we're watching. We do it with the NFL draft. Police have arrested a suspect in Arizona after he started a fire in a United States Post Office mailbox in Central Phoenix that damaged a number of election votes. Fire officials investigated into the incident. It happened on Thursday. Wow. The fire was started in one of the well-known areas, Blue, driving up to UPS collection boxes. The Phoenix police responded to the call about 1:20 a.m. And officers arrested a suspect and identified a 35-year-old man by the name of Dieter Conloff Korn. Don't sound like an American to me, who was booked on one felony count of arson. Wow. Here we go again. Iowa has found non-citizens trying to vote. What? Well, at least they're checking. At least everybody's checking and share. And let's go to Ohio for our dumb crook of the day before we head into the break. My gosh. Before we do that, which is the NFL game of the week? Packers, Jaguars, 21%. Bears, Commanders, 25%. 21% for Cowboys, 49ers. And 32% still in the lead, Giants and Steelers. Wow. Guys, make sure you get out and vote. It's your right. At least they're checking things, making it all fair for everybody on both sides. And I'm all for that, unlike most people. All right. Ohio police are investigating into a robbery at a shoe store after thieves stole just the right foot shoes. The incident happened at 2 a.m. in a downtown Cincinnati area on October 8th. Other items were stolen as well, but not the left shoe. Do you think the crooks will be back for the left shoe? Well, I believe police will be able to find their culprits when they start seeing people walking around with two right shoes. You got two right feet. Come over here. We got to question you. Two right feet, two right feet, two right feet. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Wow. Drinking my coffee, trying to get my voice back up to par. Had a little time with it this week. Good weekend ahead. Not sick, to let everybody know that's listening. Not sick. Everybody viewing can tell I'm not sick. Well, not sick in that way. I mean, I'm going to be sick in other ways. I may have a mental problem. I'm just kidding. Joke. It's all jokes aside. Got a little laryngitis earlier in the week. Laryngitis earlier in the week. Don't want to get a little laryngitis. That's what happened to in the Vince McMahon scandal. He's like, get a little laryngitis in you, girl. Very little. Oh, Lord. Yep, been doing the saltwater thing too. Before we go to a break, let's head to phone lines. I think we've got our daily dose of truck driver Terry. Terry C., is that you?
What up, brother?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Just a daily dose, just a tad. You know, as they say up in the British Isles of Canada, they say,
yep,
a wee skosh.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, what Ryan really wants to tell you guys is that it is in-depth reporting, coverage, beating the bushes, climbing tall buildings, going to the truck drivers' areas of recreation and employment.
There you go.
He has got the lot lizard laryngitis, the triple L. We don't want to get that out here. But Ryan, being a rookie, he got the lot lizard laryngitis.
Oh my goodness.
What causes that?
I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, it's easy. It's clean.
Okay.
It ain't nothing you did wrong.
Okay.
It's everything you've done right.
Cool.
Screaming at him. Just get away from me.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. he just loves on everybody, you know. remember Brother Love?
Brother Love, yes. I love you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I slept in a little bit. I wouldn't say I overslept. I like to get up usually 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And my wife called me this morning, and I said, I'll get another hour. It was about 4 o'clock. I said, I'm going to get me about another hour.
Right.
Well, about another couple hours, I woke up. So I was like, hey, I must have needed it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need that rest.
I must have needed it. Will you get rid of that laryngitis?
I am. It's getting better. So I'm better today than I was yesterday.
Don't be yelling at nobody.
I'm going to try not to.
I know your wife will be happy that she ain't going to be able to talk for another weekend. But, you know, hey, that's all right. That's the price we have to pay, right?
Exactly, Terry.
All right. Well, good morning. Everybody have a great weekend. And you know what? Like I said before, the time has come. The days are ticking down.
Yep.
Get out there and vote, y'all. Get out there and vote.
Do it. That's it.
All right, brother. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll be listening.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you next week. All right. Bye. That's truck driver Terry from the road in Wisconsin this morning. Brother Love, yeah. I love you. See, I can do that now this morning with my voice being the way it is. Oh, Lord. We got those Chronicles coming up next. Lizard Chronicles is on the dial right after this short break.
With only days to go before the 2024 presidential election, GOP nominee Donald Trump appeared on the Salem radio network's Hugh Hewitt show, saying there's a reason he makes a lot of people uncomfortable, especially his political opponents.
Tendency to win is the nice thing, and that's what most people. Sometimes I play a little bit rough, but they play rough, and they are rough and vicious people. They are vicious people. They're dirty people. They weaponize government. They weaponize everything. And it actually made me more popular.
He also said he would fire
Yes, go out and vote.
Jack Smith in 2 seconds after he takes office. Harris campaign's betting on
Chemicals. Hauling chemicals.
Reports say the singer will appear with Harris at an event in Houston. Beyonce would be the latest musician to attend the Harris rally. After Eminem introduced Barack Obama at a Detroit event earlier in the week, the Harris campaign's been using concerts as well to increase the number of attendees. Also at SRNnews.com, there's been a huge government settlement.
Hazelnut. Uh-oh.
The ship that caused the Baltimore Bridge collapse.
Officials say the owner and manager of the cargo ship that caused the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge have agreed to pay more than $100 million to settle a lawsuit brought by the Justice Department. The suit against Dolly owner Grace Ocean Private Limited and manager
Good morning, brother.
seeks to recover funds the government spent to clear the unwanted debris and reopen Baltimore's border.
We already know who But Why is going to be voting for.
That could cost close to $2 billion. The state of Maryland filed its own claim seeking those damages. I'm Norman Hall.
A judge permanently blocks enforcement of Ohio's ban on virtually all abortions. This is SRN News. Sentence. More details at SRNnews.com.
That's our SRN News break at 30 minutes past the hour. Still at 48 degrees. Good morning to But Why out of Georgia with us this morning. We appreciate him being with us as well. Before we get into our Lizard Chronicles, just want to go ahead and give you a little short update. Today, we'll find out what Phyllis knows on Young and the Restless. She's already warning about Sharon, and Nick doesn't believe that Sharon is actually involved, but Daniel has asked his father to take care of his daughter, but his daughter does not want to leave. But they're trying to get her to leave and go on tour with the father. And Christine is back as the lawyer for him. We'll find out more on there. And Jack and Diane are split up. Kyle's acting happy or not happy about it. We'll see how that goes. And on Bold and the Beautiful, really nothing going on except for the Foresters who come up from Australia. And we find out today in the boardroom what Carter has to say. He's trying to take over. That's for you, Gail, and all of you soap opera fans. Last night I watched round 2 of of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Spin off from the Young Shelton show. Great show. Misty was on there. It was a great show. They started showing into the show with them at their father's grave. There was no laugh tracks. Wish they wouldn't use the laugh tracks. It's better without it, but I still liked it. Ghost was great, and Madeline Matlock. You guys got to check it out. It was awesome. All right, heading into the weekend, we got NFL games. We've got NHL games. I'm pulling for the Panthers this weekend. We got NHL games. We got NBA games. Go Hawks. We got all that going on. The Falcons this weekend. I know they're going to win. And tonight is the World Series preview. Yankees, Dodgers taking each other on. 8:08 p.m. Fox is going to be the first pitch. Ohtani, Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts, and Juan Soto all going to compete in the biggest game of the year. World Series tonight. Who you got in the World Series, guys? Yankees or the Dodgers? Who you got in the World Series? Got some breaking news for me? Investigation is beginning on a dozen or so stolen mail-in ballots. Wow. Just breaking news, this investigation going on. Thank you for letting me know there. One of my investigative reporters, the Patriot. One of my hounds of justice, what I call you guys when you send me some stuff. Let's do this right quick before we head into. Yeah, it starts tonight, but why? It starts tonight. So much other going on, right? All right, let's start with our Chronicles. There are Chronicles. Let's go to our files, our Lot Lizard Chronicles, our Lot Lizard files of the day. I don't watch sports on TV. There you go. Terry C is he's got the Dodgers. All right. It was in Colorado, the article said. All right. Thank you for letting me know there on that breaking news, Patriot. One of our hounds of justice, what I call you guys and inmates. Here's some scary stuff here. From a guy named MC. MC. Such and such is what he says. He said he was going through Texas when he saw a Japanese family that was at one of the truck stops. The family was walking up talking to all the truckers, the gentleman was, and he was like, what? Huh? And he didn't understand until the guy approached him and asked him about any truck stop ladies. He said, why do you want truck stop ladies? Says MC such and such. The guy says, we're visiting America and we're visiting all truck stops and the family wants to take a picture with a truck stop lady. He eventually said the man and the family got their picture. He says the first time he ever heard of somebody wanting to take a picture with him. He said that's safer than anything else. Oh, Lord. Guy named Big E sent one in. He said he was hungry and he pulled up to a rundown diner one time. This was in Ohio. He said he barely was able to get his rig in there safely, but he did. He went in, was hungry. There's no truck stop in sight, so he went into this dive bar, dive diner. He saw a lady flipping burgers, smoking cigarettes, dropping cigarettes. He was greasy, big, and pimply. And he said, I don't know if I want to eat here, but he was hungry. So he ordered the best hamburger they had in town, chili cheese hamburger. He said it was the best dadgum hamburger he had ever had. Once it was over, he paid the lady and she said, do you want any company? I noticed you were a truck driver. Do you want any company? He said, no company, no thanks. He didn't know whether she wanted to be the company or somebody else. So there's white lizards not only at truck stops, but also at diners. My truckers better watch out for that. I will check that, Patriot. Thank you, brother. Before I head into this SEC report. Ever encountered that at a dive bar or a dive diner, brother? Terry? Might have one more for you. Oh, they're everywhere, says Martin. Yes, they're everywhere. They're like cockroaches. You can't get rid of them, right? When the world ends and a bomb blows up everything, cockroaches, Keith Richards, and lot lizards will survive. Oh, Lord. All right, let's do this. I needed you to buy, buddy. Anyway, need some more sponsors out there, guys. I know it's the end of the year, but we need you guys going to the new year with us. I know everybody wants to start the new year off with us, but hey, I got a family. Couple of advertisers saying they can't start to the new year. Wow. All right, we'll jump into this in just a few moments. And finally, one more Lizard Chronicle. This guy's name is Drop Sunshine on and Run. Drop Sunshine and Run. He said it happened to his uncle. He says his uncle was driving, was new to the industry, trucking industry. And he had two persons with him, buddy system. He was on the road with a lady that was training him. He said his aunt was a little jealous, thinking something might happen. Well, they stopped at a truck stop, and he went in to get something to eat, clean up, and all that good stuff. When he come back out, he opened up the truck, and the lady that was the instructor was in there with a lot lizard. But the story doesn't end there. They fall in love and they get married. And according to Drop Sunshine and Run, he says they have came over to every family function since they met 10 years ago. And also that his uncle's wife is so happy that she didn't want him. Oh. Woo-wee. I have to get to that on Monday. Colorado Secretary of State said that while it was unfortunate that the ballots had been counted, the state selection system didn't work, adding that they were still determined motives, which candidates in the ballots were marked for who was not disclosed. Let's do that again. Which candidates the ballots were marked for was not disclosed by the officials. Wow. We'll have to keep up on this and talk about this. I got to read over this before I put it on the air. Not because I don't trust you, but because I love it. Oh my goodness. How's my picture on here? I got to use that picture. You put me over the top of the investigation launched after 12 million ballots stolen. Wow. Patriot, that was cool. You got me over the top of it. Got my picture over it like I'm investigating into it. That's good. I'll get into that on Monday when my voice is back to 100% for sure. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Stay tuned. More Rhino Radio Penitentiary on Monday. I got the SEC report to follow you. Donna and Bruce come in for Lyrical Wisdom at 10 a.m. 10:30 is Let's Suck a Divorce. 11 a.m. Focus on the Family. Hope, Healing, and Inspiration at 11:30. And Rod Peterson takes over at 12 for Football Friday, 12 to 2. Sports Beat, Richard Aldridge, 2 to 3 and 3 to 5. Friday football action with Race Country Radio. Guys, we'll see you Monday. Patriot, that was so cool. I like it. It looks cool. I got to use that picture. I'm downloading that right now so I can put it on my page. Hope the person who wrote the article won't be too mad when I share the picture. You have a great rest of your weekend too. That's so awesome. Well, it's awesome that you were able to put my picture over the top of that article. Over. Trying to stop this recording. Oh, yeah. Well, we appreciate you being with us, Captain Hot Buns. I'm all week had my voice out. Now it's starting to work. Get rid of that. Save that. I like how you put my picture over the top of it. It looks so cool. Can't wait to put it on Facebook. I knew you were watching, took a screenshot. You just, I look like I'm the one reporting on it, which I will be Monday, but yes, I do want to stop it. It does look like a news broadcast. I'll be having some of those in the background when I'm trying to work with this new TV network that's bringing all kind of movies and shows and different things, and they want to work with me and put my show on there. They're going to be on Fire, Amazon, Apple Plus, Roku, and everything. So got to bring a lot more views to me. Be doing what Howard Stern did years ago. Radio show on the air, on the TV. Teamwork does make the dream work for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I know. I need to rest my voice more. Oh, I didn't finish them with the NFL. Looks like the Giants won. The Giants Steelers won the game of the week. Well, thank you very much for being with us. We'll be back here Monday. My voice is getting better. Hopefully I'll be back 100% on Monday because I won't be running my mouth this weekend. No extra podcast programming. I was going to start doing some extra programming for the radio show just to have it as extra content on the side. Stuff that I could get into deeper than on the morning show. But I'm not going to start that this weekend. I'm not going to start it until I get with the group that I was talking to either, because I want to put that on there to get paid. So. Next sports day. There you go. Who is this calling? Nah, nobody. But, all right. Yeah, I want to do a little 30-minute podcast on some of this information, true crime and weird stuff and all this kind of stuff that I can put out there on the internet, like other radio people do. Now, guys, if you're watching this and you're a business owner, please come on. We need you. I know I've been told by 2 people that are going to start in January, 3 people that are going to start in January. But I don't know if the CEO wants to hear that. You know, if anybody wants to do advertising, let us know. Thank you, Captain Hot Buns. It will get better if I keep my mouth shut this weekend. I appreciate that, brother. And if I do the podcast and extra, I can dive deeper into some of this stuff that I can't dive too deep on the radio in. You know what I mean, guys? Oh, thank you for that, Gail. You have a great weekend. I got all my medicine that I really don't need. Hey, whatever. Yep. For some of the stuff I want to talk about, it is. Only want to give a taste of it on the air, and then I might set up talking to the rest of the story and other stories on the podcast and different things. Dive deeper into more true crime stuff. More stuff like they got. Podcasts are boring. You won't know any different. I'll be doing it the way. We won't Ryan. Well, it'll be me doing it. I'm going to have to add the podcast and other stuff if I get to get on this network I'm getting on, because it's going to get me paid. You're getting better. Hang in there. Woo-hoo. Talking about my voice? Yes. Well, at least on the podcast, Bali, I can dive deeper into the conspiracy theories for you guys. Yes. Maybe I should name it that. No. It's the spinoff in the RyanoRadio Penitentiary. All right, guys. Thank you very much for all the likes today. Martin D, thank you for the donation yesterday. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to be working on a lot of extra stuff and everything. Audrey, thank you, sister. I appreciate it. I'm praying for you. Believe it will. Know it will happen, and it will. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Audrey. I'm definitely doing it because the radio show's expanded on different radio networks, radio stations. They want to put my morning show on this other TV station, on all these different things from Roku to Fire and all that. And then I want to do extra podcasts for that too. So all that extra stuff for sure. Yep. But we're not changing what we're doing here. Nope, it's the morning show. It's going to be mornings everywhere. See you Monday, Audrey. Thank you. I'm trying, chasing the dream. There you go. Definitely so. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys. And then I can dive deeper into some of the stuff that Martin and Bolly are talking about too on the podcast. It'd be easier. Just like ZZ Top nationwide. Perfect example. Love me some ZZ Top, Randall. Nationwide. Now I got that song in my head. Gonna have to listen to it today. All right, brothers and sisters, you have a great day. We'll be back here Monday. I should be back 100%. Woo, love it. See you. I got the commercial. It's on your side. Yes, thank you. See you guys later.